Deborah from New York tells of meeting Bill. He's a bioengineer professor, and Liz, his 11-year-old daughter. Both had sleep disorders. Bill had trouble getting to sleep at night, and when he did sleep, he slept poorly. He was always on edge. Liz, his daughter, was a sleepwalker. So here you got dad and daughter both having problems with sleep. So Deborah told him about singing Hugh, and when he got home, he told his daughter about how to sing Hugh to calm things down. Now, Bill's belief system had been that when you die, that's the end of it. You're gone like a puff of smoke. Poof, you're gone. The life you lived here has no more significance than if someone were blowing a puff of smoke out of his mouth from smoking a cigarette. Just gone. And so this scared him. It always scared him. He wondered, He said, there's gotta be more than this. But then worse, he felt, was that he was passing on this legacy of fear to his daughter, and that's why she was sleepwalking. One day Bill mentioned his sore neck, and Deborah said to him, has it ever occurred to you that it could be from a past life? A lot of us have in the past had some problems with the powers that be, and in this lifetime then, suffered neck pains and all the like, and wondered, well, where's that from? Well, it came from hanging around the wrong places, like trees and things. And scaffolds. Or sometimes it came, from the executioner's blade, all those cheery things. Somehow we cross the powers that be, and then in this lifetime, ooh, my neck hurts. So what does Bill do? He's the one who doesn't want to pass on this fear to his daughter Liz. So what does he do? He goes home and tells Liz. She seemed delighted. For some reason, it rang a bell inside her, like she knew it was true. There was something to this past life. So anyway, they do the hue and everything, and Deborah said, you do the technique to sing Hugh when you're trying to go to sleep. Just imagine an open door and walk through it. And it was a good beginning, because now Bill could fall asleep. At least he could fall asleep. Of course, then he woke up in the middle of the night, wide awake as ever. And that bothered him, except there was one benefit that hadn't been there before. If there was something that had been puzzling him, he now saw the answer to it. This is something that hadn't happened before. So as I say, it was a good beginning, but of course then he'd have a ways more to go. Now his daughter, she did this Hugh technique too. She walked through the door and she began having these wonderful dreams where she slept. She'd sleep completely through, sometimes, for hours. And it was just pleasant. And so the first time this happened, the father, he sends an email to Deborah and he said, you know, it works. It works. You know, she's having really good dreams. And then apparently Liz had a dream where she was snowboarding. She's going down the hill on a board, and she goes down and she said, it was so real. It was more real than things out here, and it was just a lot of fun. Well, Deborah says, if you'd like to try to repeat the experience tonight, what you can do is do that again, but take my dog with you. Invite my dog to go along. Next morning, Deborah gets another email from Bill, and he said, Liz did just as you said, invited your dog, and everything in that experience, in that soul travel experience, was exactly the same, except your dog was running down the hill with her. And of course, soul travel, Bill understood this, you know, when Deborah had explained it. It's you living and being aware in full awareness at a finer level of existence that you already are at. And so this was quite an experience for both father and daughter, and the lessons were good here too. They learned to play the Hugh CD. They said, that's worth it, and then they chant Hugh every night.